What's up, everybody? Giancarlo here with Bad Beats. Today, I have a quick little video. It's nothing crazy. It's something funny that I recognized when I was watching me and Sublet's gameplay the other day. I'm going to talk about something called the Rescue Cat Mind Game. But before I do that, I want to talk about basically fundamentals versus mind games. Now, mind games are a thing that happens in like every sport. It happens in every card game. It happens in video games, esports, whatever you want to call it. Uh, but it's not something that I tend to focus on. You know what I mean? I always will say, make sure your fundamentals are straight and you won't get screwed over by a mind game. However, even if your fundamentals are straight, sometimes you can get fucked up by a mind game. And I'm going to talk about one of my favorite mind games of all time. I call it the Rescue Cat Mind Game. And I'm going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit because I learned it back when I played Yu-Gi-Oh. So if you never played Yu-Gi-Oh, just bear with me a moment because I'll explain it and then I'll give you Dragon Ball examples. So just bear with me for a minute because I'm going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. If you played Yu-Gi-Oh back in, I don't know, roughly 2008 to 2000, even, I don't know, 11, even before then, right? You probably know who Adam Korn is. Adam Korn is one of my all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh players. He was a GOAT in his own time. Um, I used to look up to him a lot as a player because, when I was younger, this was probably when I was like 12 or 13. And, all I really cared about, I was like, oh, I'm just going to get good at Yu-Gi-Oh. I want to get good at Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'd watch. We didn't even have feature matches back then. The feature matches weren't on YouTube. They were on the Metagame website or they were on the Konami official website. And you had to read them. We couldn't even watch them on YouTube. There was no commentary, anything like that. But I was either at a regional or a Shonen Jump championship. This was like before they were even YCSs, and I think it was around 2008 or 2009. It was Gladiator Beast format, or maybe it was Return Dad format. Again, my memory of this event is hazy, but I do remember the exact play I'm talking about. So anyway, so Adam Korn is playing versus a Gladiator Beast player, okay? And this is what happens. Again, if you played Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what these cards did. If you don't, bear with me. I'll kind of explain it. Okay, Rescue Cat was a really broken card. It always pretty much has been really good. It was banned at one point. I think now it's back. But basically, you pop Rescue Cat off your field, and then you summon two beasts from deck, like level 3 or lower beasts. So his opponent is playing Gladiator Beast, right? He goes, summon Rescue Cat, pop it, okay? Adam Korn goes, oh, what are you going to summon two Dark Panthers? And Dark Panther is this card, okay? It was situationally a good card at the time. And his opponent, looks at him. He, looks at his deck. He's, thumbing through his cards. And then he summons two Dark Panthers, okay? Now, the Dark Panthers didn't do shit in that scenario. That was a total bait. He just told him, hey, do this play. What he should have done was he should have grabbed this card called Test Tiger. But he didn't. He grabbed the double Dark Panther just because his opponent told him to, okay? And so, again, this is before I had even topped my first regional. This was before Synchros. This was friggin' forever ago. But that absolutely blew my mind. I don't remember the event. I don't remember what state I was in. I don't remember what deck I was playing. But I remember that specific play so well because of how much it stuck with me. Now, that's why I call it the Rescue Cat Mind Game, because the first time I ever saw it was with the Rescue Cat play. Now, Sublet does this mind game a lot. I'm gonna play a video from our most recent game where he tries to do it to me, but because I've been playing him so long, I'm not gonna fall for it. You know what I mean? But I have done this before in events, and I'll get into those examples as well. Okay, this is the example I was talking about. Okay, this is peak mind games. This is telling your opponent to make the bad play, right? So let's add context to the scene, right? This turn, Sublet is trying to kill me with Catastrophic Blow. I'm at 5 life. He has the 6-drop Invoker Goku, who started at 35, but I used a Yamcha and Counter Window 2 to neg it to 20. So it's now it is at 20k. And here you'll hear what he says, and then you'll hear what I say afterwards. So he's bringing up Drum. Okay, right there. He said you have to use your leader effect and that Piccolo. He's talking about King Piccolo First Steps to Revival. What King Piccolo First Steps to Revival does is it lets me combo with a Demon Clan from my life, but it essentially deals a damage to me. So I'm at 5 life. He is trying to bait me into taking a life. I'm looking for the card. He's trying to bait me into taking a life. That way I go down to 4 life, and it's easier for him to kill me. So essentially, what he's doing is he's telling me out loud to make the wrong play in order to put that thought into my head, and then watch what I immediately say after. That's bait. So yeah, okay, right there, I said to him, "No, that's bait," because your opponent will never tell you the right play to do. And first of all, I've been playing in Sublet for a long time. We've been playing cards for like 16 years, so I just know how he plays. But this type of mind game is very, really, it's tricky, right? Honestly, it's not going to work if your opponent is a really high tier player. They're generally going to think about their plays before they do them. But if you're playing against somebody who is a little shaky, whether it's shaky in the matchup or they're just nervous, or like sometimes you're in a really high pressure situation and because you're nervous you're going to make a mistake. I've literally done this exact thing in like top 8s where my opponent has like, I'll tell them the wrong play and then they'll do it and then they'll lose. I've literally done this in like top 8 cuts of Dragon Ball before. It's so funny when it happens. So I'll give you a couple more examples. Okay, so that was a pretty good example. I'm going to bring up one of the examples I did in some random regional. I don't remember the play. I don't remember what event it was. It was top cut of some random regional all the way back in set 4. So again, if you didn't play Dragon Ball in set 4, some stuff might seem unfamiliar, but I'll do my best to explain it. So this was dead in the middle of Storm format. And I was playing Pan because I really like to lose. I don't know why I played Pan for so long. Whatever. But anyway, it was top cut of some random regional. I was playing Pan versus Mono Blue Hirudegarn. And I summoned Forcing Hit, right? Okay, so Forcing Hit says, look at your opponent's hand, pick 2 battle cards with like 30k or less and send them to the warp, okay? So my opponent has like 5 cards in hand. I look at his hand. He has whatever battle cards, but he has this card called Phantom Flame Cannon. This card was so good back in the day. It's 1 mana, give your leader plus 10k, and then select 1 random card from your opponent's hand and put it on top of their deck. So that was Hirudegarn's gimmick. It was like if you weren't playing the aggro Storm Hirudegarn, you were playing hand control Hirudegarn with stuff like Chain Attack Zeno and Phantom Flame Cannon. But we used to call these pseudo combos. They weren't as good as super combos because they had to pay an energy for them. But basically, they're 1 mana 10Ks that cycle themselves. These were absolutely all over the format. Every single deck played at least 4 pseudo combos. It's just how it was, right? And so I'm playing against this Hirudegarn deck. I look at his hand. I take his battle cards away. Phantom Flame Cannon is so good. His leader says, when this card attacks, discard 1 card and draw 2, okay? What I say to him, I say, as I'm looking at his hand, right, I say, okay, on your turn, you're going to attack with your leader, you're going to discard Phantom Flame Cannon, and then you're going to do something else. Again, I don't remember. And then I take his battle cards. I'm like, all right, attack, attack, go. Okay, he looks at me. He charges. He's like looking at his cards. He goes, leader attack, discard Phantom Flame Cannon, draw 2. And I'm like, sure, no problem. The next turn, I win the game. He doesn't have enough defense to stop me from winning the game, okay? After that game, he goes, oh, man, I don't know why I discarded Phantom Flame Cannon with my leader. And I was like, I don't either. Why'd you? Yeah, he did it because I told him to do it. And it's not that like he's listening to me. Because, like, why would he listen to me? I'm his opponent, right? But it's that you put the thought into their head, right? If you put the seed into their head when they're nervous, when they're in like a stressful situation, sometimes they're just going to do it without realizing it, right? And again, like this is just something really fun. It's something I've done in Dragon Ball for a long time. There's a lot of examples I could give you, but like my memory is just not the best. But it's something, even to this day, I do it all the time randomly. I'm just like, oh yeah, well you're just going to do this. And then my opponent, like, roughly half the time they do what I tell them to do. If it's like the suboptimal play, it's just something that I've picked up over the years of playing card games, right? So to summarize, you tell your opponent the wrong play and they might do it. Again, don't don't like rely on this to win you some crazy high level game. Okay, I just wanted to make this video because I thought it was funny, and it's something that kind of brought me back. I went on a little memory lane trip when I was paying attention to the game, so I thought it was pretty cool. If you guys like this, you guys thought it was helpful in any way, go ahead, leave a comment, and just again, thanks for watching.